Hello, everybody. Hello. All right. Guess who I've got here with me? You guessed it. Dr. J. No, not Julius Irving. We've got Dr. Jason Baca here with
How's it going,
us.
everybody?
Yeah, I can't wait for you guys to get to meet Dr. Jason. He has had an influence on you during this challenge, whether you realize it or not. He is the marketing mastermind behind the operation, and he has really helped us revamp and improve our challenge experience. So you guys are all you're beneficiaries of that, and I want to bring him here today so you can get to meet him and get a little get some tips, some perspective, so that way you can get to know him better. All right, so let's start with, why don't you just introduce yourself, non-businessy stuff.
Non-businessy.
Yeah. What should we know about you?
Um, Everything you need to know about my life right now is that my wife Kelly and I had 3 kids in 3 years.
Mm,
So we
that
went
explains it.
from married couple, like having way more free time than we ever realized we had, right? I don't even know what we did with our time back then. We were working and whatever, but basically like within 36 months, had not one, not two, but 3 little babies. In fact, hold on. Since you're asking about non-businessy things, I have no shame in showing you a couple photos.
Let's do it.
This is my wife Kelly,
All
me and
right.
her hanging out. She's not
Nice.
that white, I promise. It's the camera. It's like a ghost. Okay, here is our oldest and our youngest. There's 2 of the 3. That's Ethan and Jesse,
All right.
little handsome boys. And
Yeah.
then this is our daughter Annabelle. She was baby number 2. So
Nice.
yeah, that's pretty much my whole life is doing what I do, and obviously a part of this challenge, and we'll get into it in a minute. I do online marketing and things like that, but really what I do is take care of 3 little babies with my wife and all of the chaos in the house that brings. And it's a
Right.
joy and it's wonderful and I love it.
Your real full-time job.
That's my real full-time job,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
All right. That's great. So transitioning into businessy stuff.
Sure.
Tell us about your first experience with Justin and what was that like?
First experience with Justin was actually in a challenge. So I partnered with you guys and have been helping do the marketing for this challenge, but that's only because I was a part of the last challenge as a challenge participant and learned a ton, instantly connected with Justin, his ethos, obviously his love for the Lord, and just how, being a believer and having a worldview of a believer and being a follower of Jesus really should influence our lives as entrepreneurs and as coaches and as business people. So, I mean, within the first couple of days, just the way that he was coming across in his philosophies about sales and marketing and coaching, it was just like, man, this is great. Like, unfortunately, the truth is, even amongst Christian entrepreneurs, you don't hear people talking like that very often about like just loving people and serving people and no pressure, right? Like really easy, creating safe environments. And those are not words that are used very often in marketing and sales that, coming from a marketing background. And so it stood out to me like a sore thumb. And I was just like, man, this is really great. And I need to get to know this guy. So I reached out, I emailed him and I just introduced myself and said, hey man, I don't want anything. Like, I just want to get to know you because we are clearly birds of a feather. We're on the same page and the rest is history. He's an amazing, amazing person.
Yeah. I remember when Justin was sharing with me about the message that he got from you. He's like, this guy, Jason, he looks pretty legit and he just wants to connect. I don't know exactly what he wants, but man, this is going to be cool. And it's cool what that turned into. And I'm so glad that as we've gotten to know you better and see your work and trust you and go along that process, that I'm really grateful for you initiating that part of the relationship. And I'm really grateful that we now, having built trust with you, seen your work, we get to share your expertise with our community. So that way they don't have to go through the whole meeting you, figure out if it works. They've already got that built-in trust, hopefully. If they trust us, then they're all in with you. And they've met you throughout this week as well. So I'm glad that your influence is going to be strong with the community. So the next question that I have is, what are the gifts that you bring to the community?
Hmm. Yeah, the best way that I can explain it is, if you've been doing business or part of entrepreneurship for any length of time, the two primary things you have to get really, really good at is sales and marketing. More specifically, probably a better linear flow is marketing, which flows into sales,
Yep.
right? Those are the two number one like sticking points for business owners. Number one reason why businesses fail is that they fail in marketing or they fail in sales. And what I really loved about Justin when I went through the challenge as a participant the first time was just how simple he made sales. Like it took away all the fear, all the stress that comes along with sales and doing sales calls, and even just the stigma that we have in our minds about sales. And it's kind of a dirty word. And, you know, should Christians even be doing sales and selling people? And the way that he just demystified all of that and just made it so simple and quite frankly kind of just easy. Like when you hear Justin talk about sales and explain how he does what he does, it's like, that's easy. That's like, why have I never done it this way before? And so ultimately what I want to do is do that exact same thing for everybody in the mastermind, everybody in the group, but with marketing. So marketing can be stressful. It can be overwhelming. You can be trying to shoot off in 1,000 different directions with the shiny object syndrome, like chasing after every marketing thing. Or even worse, you can do what I used to do, which is waste tons of money on marketing that just doesn't work. And the sad part is marketing is actually pretty simple. Like it's really not that complicated. It's not rocket science. That's not to say that it's always easy, but once you know what you're doing and really you have your core messaging in place and you know how to communicate through your marketing and you know exactly who you're talking to so that you can say the right thing to the right person at the right time, it's actually a lot easier than a lot of people realize. And so what I really hope to bring to the table for everybody and add value is basically to do with marketing for you what Justin does for you with sales, and just demystify it, you know, stop all the overwhelm, stop all the stress, and make you have the same feeling I had with Justin when Justin was explaining sales. And I went, wow, this is actually pretty easy. I want you to say that same thing when you hear me talk about marketing, of just like, that's it. That's all there is to this. Like, that's actually pretty easy. So I hope that's what we can accomplish.
Yeah, that's great. And so the way in which we're going to accomplish this, so that people watching know, is a few different ways. Number one, Jason will be leading a couple of master classes inside of the mastermind. So if you join the mastermind, you'll get a few specific, 1 hour times where he's just teaching, giving content. Another thing he'll be doing every single month is just coming to you live during office hours and answering any marketing questions that you have about whatever it may be. And I know from firsthand experience that he's great with copy, he's great with emails, he's great with Facebook ads, and all of those things have made a big difference for us. But the last thing that I'm really excited to share with you guys is that on Monday, he's actually going to be offering a bonus master class to everyone in the challenge. So this is not just for mastermind members. This is him just wanting to give, wanting to serve, and share his expertise with you. So this isn't us, holding a little dangling a carrot and saying, only way you get Jason is if you join. If you join, obviously you get a lot more of him, but we are going to give you a little bit of Jason on Monday. So I'm excited about that masterclass, and we'll keep everybody updated about what times and those things are.
Yeah, basically, here's a quick little plug.
Yeah.
If you're a coach and you've ever had a hard time like getting in front of new people or getting new clients or getting the right clients, right? Talking to the right people, actual paying clients. If you got the sales stuff down because Justin's giving that to you, like, you know how to talk to people, you know how to do discovery calls, you know how to enroll people, but then you're still struggling with the question, but where do I find these people? Like, how do I get in front of them? Like, how do I get people into those discovery calls? That's what I'm going to help you do next Monday in the challenge for free. Again, you don't have to be a part of the mastermind. If you do join the mastermind, you not only get a one-on-one coaching call with me, where I will look at your personal marketing plan and help you customize your own unique plan, whether you're doing paid or organic. Either way, it doesn't matter like what type of coaching you do. It doesn't matter what conduit your marketing comes through, if you do a podcast, if you run ads, if you just post organically, like it doesn't matter, because the essence of what makes marketing work is all the same across all platforms, no matter what business you're in. That's what I'm going to show you on Monday. So if you struggle to get in front of new people and get the right clients into those discovery calls, we're going to fix that for you on Monday.
Yeah, would love to have as many people as we can get there on Monday for that. And what Jason did mention that I forgot to mention was the fact that part of the Shoot Yeah bonuses, if you sign up before tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, is that you do get that one-on-one 90-minute session, deep dive, all in, one-on-one attention to really get your engine running, build in that foundation. So, third question, what do you love about helping coaches with their marketing?
What do I love? Well, number one, I mean, if you're a part of this challenge, you've connected with Justin and McCall and the team, the Faith to Influence. I mean, the name of the group starts with faith, right? And there's a cross in the icon. So clearly we're all Christians, or you would be attracted to this if you are a Christian and you're a Christian coach and you're a believer, you have faith in the Lord, and you know that needs to influence your coaching practice, your coaching business, right? And so what I love first and foremost is helping other Christians. I work with people who are not Christians. Like I've, taken on clients and I've done branding and things like that with people who don't know the Lord yet, still praying for them. But it really, really excites me to help other brothers and sisters in Christ who God has put a gift in them and a dream in them and a vision for them to have their own business. Particularly to, have the flexibility in their time, earn more income, and really just live that lifestyle of being an entrepreneur that, could really create freedom. So number one, I would say it's helping other brothers and sisters get from where they are to where they want to be. And especially if that sticking point, what's really been holding you back, which is no longer sales, because Justin has helped you with that in this challenge. And hopefully you're joining the mastermind, which is going to, 100x your results. But now with marketing, if the thing that's really holding you back is the marketing, how do I get new people into those discovery calls to get them into my business? If you're a Christian and God has put it in your heart to do this thing, that's what excites me, is being able to step in, help you, serve you, and get you going in that direction and get you unstuck so that you can take off into all that God has called you to do.
Yeah, that's so good. Thanks. I appreciate you bringing your heart into it. So many people see sales and marketing as manipulation. And it's so clear that that's not where your heart is, Justin's heart, the Faith Influence team. And all these things can be so good and so easy when done the right way. And it sounds like that's what you're here to do. So
yeah, and that's the beauty, is like, it's not manipulative if you're doing it right. Like it's only manipulative when you're not doing it right and you're like in front of the wrong people, or they don't want what it is you're trying to sell. And then you're trying to like make them want it, like you've already lost. If you've gotten that far in the process, like you've already lost, and any sort of manipulation tactics at that point is just going to be sleazy and slimy. Like if you just do it right in the first place, which is what Justin and I hope to tag team, and the rest of the Faith to Influence team, I mean, Aaron with operations, everybody's coming on board to serve you and give you everything you need. Like the Avengers, like every superhero in the Avengers squad has got their own unique skill set, their own unique gift. It's like you have your own personal Avengers crew for business coming to serve you and help you start off and get it going right in the first place and really scale your business and take it to the next level. And so you never even have to come close to manipulation territory if you just do it right. And that's exactly what we're going to show you, what we've been showing you in this challenge, but also what we're going to help walk you through over the next 12 months if you join us in the mastermind.
Yep. That's great. Okay. And the last question is, I know you're going to share a lot of tips and wisdom on Monday, but what advice do you have right now for the people in our community?
Well, the first thing that pops into my head when you say that is not so much marketing advice. It's the decision I know a lot of people have to make right now of, should I join this mastermind or not? My advice would be, let me just tell you that for one, struggled for a long time before I figured all this marketing stuff out and business stuff out. And I'm still trying to learn the sales stuff from you guys, because I'm not a pro in any of that. I think the biggest thing is, if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to keep getting the same results, right? And you don't know what you don't know. One of my favorite expressions that I've heard is, the more you learn, the less you know. And obviously that's not literally true, right? The more you learn, technically, the more you know. But the meaning of the expression is, the more you learn, the more you realize how much there is to all of this that you actually don't know yet. And so really like pushing yourself, stretching yourself outside of that comfort zone in order to finally see all of the things that you didn't realize before, and to honestly just expedite the process. I didn't really take off in my own business and in my own journeys and marketing and all of that until I started doing it with other people who were ahead of me. Like I did the solopreneur thing for years, like just chipping away, tinkering away by myself, with my laptop and trying to build out landing pages and trying to do all this stuff. And it was just long and it was hard and I didn't see any results. And it was like the second I got a coach, the second I got somebody who really knew marketing really well, it was like within like 2 weeks, it was like boom, 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 boom. It just started opening because all of a sudden I could see things I couldn't see. I had direct advice, direct input, and encouragement. That solo part of solopreneur can feel really, really lonely. Just being solo. I don't know, McCall, if you've ever like tried to, branch off and do solo entrepreneur stuff all by yourself, but it's lonely. Like none of your friends or family get it. Like they don't have that same gift. They don't have that same wiring. They don't understand why you would spend money on something that, is like an investment in yourself and in your future, and why you would overcome fears and doubts. Like, why not just kind of stay where it's comfortable? But I would say, my advice, and this is not self-serving. I don't make any money off of the challenges. Like I don't have any part in this. This is just a brother in Christ from one person to another. Is my advice would be, give it to the Lord first and foremost. Like, like really, really seed it in prayer and know that this is what God is challenging you to do. And if that's true, and you really feel like this is of the Lord, then take that leap and take that faith, because what's on the other side of all of this is 10 or even 100 times more than you'll ever be able to do all by yourself. And some of you already know that from the hard way of already trying by yourself and getting nowhere. So I'm not pushing anybody, not pressuring anybody. It's certainly not self-seeking. Again, I don't get anything out of it. I'm just saying, as somebody who's been there, done that, failed, and like, tried to build their own business all by themselves on their own laptop in the closet kind of a thing for years, and it just didn't work. And then I got a coach and it was like, my advice would be, if you feel the Lord leading you to do it, get yourself a coach. In fact, not just a coach, but a whole Avengers crew of coaches from top to bottom to help you in every single facet of business. And just check out the testimonials. Check out the people who have said, I was stuck right here, and then I got a coach in the Faith to Influence Mastermind, and it took off, right? Just story after story after story. So really pray through, really wrestle, and step outside your comfort zone. If you're tired of seeing the same thing over and over in your life and getting the same results, then maybe it's time you do something different.
Thanks for those words. I want to end it there, but I have one more question.
Sure.
Which Avenger are you?
So that's a two-part answer.
Wow. All right.
I'll tell you the Avenger that my friends think I am, which is probably true.
Yeah.
And then I'll tell you the Avenger that I wish I was.
Okay. All right. Let's hear it.
So the one that that my friends, because we've had this conversation, they think that I'm Iron Man.
Okay.
Because of the Tony Stark persona, right? Charismatic and loud and kind of a D personality, doesn't really care what people think, and just gonna do my own thing, and always thinking he can game the system somehow. Like all of those things translate, everything except for like the billionaire status. Like that's I'm not there yet, but so it's probably Iron Man. But who I wish I could be, absolutely 100% the Incredible Hulk. I mean, he's just it's just awesome. Like, how
Yeah.
can you watch a clip from one of those movies where he's just like tearing things up and be like, not be like, I want to be that guy? That's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome.
Oh man,
How
that's so
about you?
fun. All right. Who am I on the Avengers? Man, that's tough. I honestly would like to be Iron Man, but I don't know if I have quite that personality.
You
I,
strike
I
me more as a Captain America kind of guy.
yeah, I appreciate that. I do see myself as like my powers are just pretty straightforward. I'm just
Mhm.
kind of, there's nothing I don't transform into a giant green thing, and I'm not like a god of a different universe like Thor. So yeah,
But
I'll
Captain
take that.
America, he's the leader. That's one of
Right.
his strongest skill sets is the
Yeah.
leadership, putting people in the right places, helping the team get to where they need to go to accomplish their goal. And you have a lot of that.
I'll take that. And the other one that's coming to me is I might want to see myself as Nick Fury. That would
Yeah.
also be cool. I don't know if
Yeah.
he's not technically an Avenger, but he's
Yeah. He's
Samuel L.
associated.
Jackson's like
Yeah.
he's one of my favorite actors. So whatever he is, I'm
You
in.
have to
So
lose an eye though if you want to be Nick Fury.
hey, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. All right, man. Well, thanks so much for your time today. Thanks for hanging out and sharing some wisdom. We're really excited for already Laura and Kat, who are going to get those bonus sessions with you. Hopefully a couple of others are going to jump in the next less than 24 hours, get those bonus sessions. But then I'm sure everyone's fired up for the masterclass on Monday. So thank you for your service, and we'll see you here soon.
Sounds good, man. Thanks for having me.
All right. See ya.
Bye.